Alright guys, so now we're going to be doing Mother Talika's Era Saga. We're going to be doing the medium one. I'm not in too much of a hurry to get to doing the hard one, because like not only will it take a little bit, it won't take forever because I have decent monsters in the pure Gia. But like Talika's harp is just such a bad talent, man. Like I want to dance around it because I hear some people think it's good. But like when your turn starts, applies a torture immunity to a random ally. What? That's like, uh, uh, it's not the worst, but it's pretty bad in my opinion. I want to run Viatrix over Antlerion, but this worked the last time, so I'm just gonna ride it through with the same team again. Which, you know, kind of funny and kind of cool to see that there are two entire separate like forest themed books, because now there's the pure Gia for all of these monsters who are like the pure monsters of the Cardinal Forest, and there's the wicked Gia, which is like mostly corrupted, right? But like all of the darker and murkier monsters of the swamp, so it's pretty cool to see that. Boom, electrifies them. Oh, Nectar of Endurance. Yeah, that's the thing, no attackers here, which really makes it like makes you bite the nail as you wait for the matches to finish. But as always, now you gotta love that new roulette. Like you beat the battle decently easily, and then boom, you just get to instant do a roulette. A roulette. I think that's how you say it. So now you don't have to like wait like 30 seconds and maybe you accidentally didn't spin it fast enough or this or that. Like now you just double click and boom, you got your rewards. It's so nice. Although you do have to remember if you get bad rewards to reroll, because like with that you might forget that there's a reroll option. But if you get like a silver relic chest, I'm telling you, you should reroll. Only settle for the best. If you grinded that hard to earn the free-to-play monster, and especially if it's the paywall monster. Because, well, you know, I didn't pay for Chieftain Alarok to settle for anything but the best, you know? Like, in my opinion, even though some people really don't like hearing anybody that pays to win in this game, and by pays to win, I mean just, like, pays for the best, pays for whatever, really. You know, people don't like to think about it, because, like, I used to be a free-to-play player, and, you know, it's somewhat jealousy, but it's also, like, man, it feels so unfair, because that's, like, out of my reach, because I don't want to spend more money than I can, you know? Which, I'm gonna be a free-to-play here in a little bit, which I'm very afraid to go back to being a free-to-play Monster Legends player, because like every other week you hear free-to-players crying because they've released like a Serpentex or like a King Autumn or some over-the-top OP paywall monster, which, you know, nowadays they're not too over-the-top. They stopped like the crazy ones like Chiao Long and Lord Nabotis, but still some of the best monsters are paywall. But I like a lot more that they've just switched it to kind of like the best monsters are going to be, you know, your free to play, usually in the Tails and Maze, because those are the two of the hardest events to get the monster out of, so it's kind of fair to everyone. Now, it's not really fair, because if you are pay to win, then you've probably bought the battle pass, and the battle pass has maze tickets, so you don't have to like grind that out yourself. But like, hey man, you know, life ain't gonna be fair all the time. You just gotta get with it. Oh, it's negate healing. I thought it was reverse healing. Okay. Spin the wheel, instant. Oh, I got food. That's really bad, but still, let's see. How much more gems am I gonna get out of this? Nope. It decided that I wasn't gonna go any further. So there's Mouseron. Oh, why are we fighting a bunch of corrupted monsters? But yeah, lately they've been just like doing kind of what they did in the corrupted era, which is use different monsters from different factions to kind of tell the story of the overarching theme. Because it was just pure versus corruption, but they did a lot of monsters, and maybe even some that didn't need to be there, like Kaori. I literally don't know what her lore is about, and since I never heard about it, I'm assuming it was like one of those wasn't necessary monsters, but you know, SP likes money, so yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes, no, a lot of times, Infinite ET is overrated, but then a lot of times it's underrated. You know, it's one of those weird things where it's like, oh, you know, never run ET. Anticipation will wreck you. And then it's also like, yeah, I just literally put an infinite extra turn attacker monster there, and boom, it was easy. I won like that. There were no problems. So it's kind of like, you know, which side of the fence do you want me to be on, pal? And they're like, no fence. And then they kick you off because you're free to play it. So boom, 5 nectar. That's what we like to see. I wish that like the chance for getting nectar was higher for this dungeon, because she is just holding a piece of nectar in front of your face. You should just get a little bit more, in my opinion, but you know, that's just me. Oh, look at that, Letalus. Now, I personally thought her design was super sick. You know, that looks really cool to me, at least. It reminds me a ton of Ghost Freak from Ben 10. But like, apparently people think it's weird, which, you know, I'm not trying to say it isn't weird. It absolutely is. But I thought people would think it was cool over weird, you know? So Sharp Whip, Kevlar's Vest kills, and then Wormhole's Trap drains stamina. You die. Gotta kill you because you can revive. Purifier, Wild Fig, and there's a second wave. So, there are a lot more abominations in this game than I thought. Like, I feel like they just gave that to every really ugly or slightly creepy monster design. Like, they don't often make a creepy monster design or an ugly monster, but when they do, they slap Abomination on it. And now if you have Abomination, like sadly for Waldorf, Abomination Hater is pretty popular. Which, just by 2 monsters in the same season having the same hater, and them both being paywall, I get the sense that a OP Abomination monster is coming soon. Now, what could it do? Because we've already had, like, the OP monster of every category this season. Like, you know, Permanent Megataunt, Pierce, a new Madam Fusion, Infinite ET attackers, like Shadonia and Amania. It's insane what we've gotten this season already. So much to the point of, like, I don't even know what they could bring next season that we don't already have. Like, I know the Legends Pass monster, the Golden Legends Pass monster, which means you have to pay for them, is Epigurus, the Igorus, but remade into a mythical, and he's a Megataunt monster with like 4 dots and some team protection. So, you know, that's kind of interesting, right? And you're like, well, there's no way that they can keep up this pace of releasing this many monsters and still having them not just be copy and paste, you know? Which, you know, off the top of my head, I know there are some copy and paste monsters in this game with like practically the same skill sets but different elements, or like different dots or this or that. And a lot of the basic attackers, especially YouTube attackers, have the same skill sets. Like 2 or like 2 cycling, weak ETs, and then like a bigger move, like a massive attack or like an AoE. But you know, that's present on like Bionic, that's present on Boomerang, that's present on Nightingale. You know, and it's like almost the exact same moves for all 3 of those. So, you know, they do like keeping a certain by cycling kind of the skill set around on new monsters. Skip 3 gems. Gems is what I like to see. Alright, now we're fighting the fiery forces. Salamander. That's just like the sickest design for like such a waste monster, you know? Like, I get it though. you know, you only have certain amount of epics in the game. Might as well make them all look cool as heck. But like, I wouldn't have minded like a mythical that looks like that, cause I don't know. I really can't decide what my thoughts are on like the designs, cause some I can't tell if the designs got better or worse over the years. Cause I know there's some simple designs, some ugly designs of the mythics, but you know there's ugly designs in everything, so it's whatever. I can't tell though if like the monsters now look better animated and like they look more 3D, because like when I think all the way back, usually you'd be like, oh, go to the first monsters release, the commons, but they reskinned most of the commons, and by most I mean most. They reskinned like the Firesaur, the Grainosaur. They kept the Light Spirit, so the Light Spirit is like as close as you can get to the old derpy way it used to look. But like, you know, monsters just tend to have great designs, which is so weird to think about. Because like if you've seen the beta, I would have never imagined that game would have taken off like it did to where we are now, to where, you know, every week you're like, oh, I'm gonna spend money on this game, and you know, a normal person is like, stop spending money. No, oh, whoa, that's kind of cool, but kind of dangerous at the same time. He applies a pyrophobic shield, but these are two fire monsters, so they will be able to like attack through that phobic shield. Wild Fig doesn't land. Storm of Rage kills. Oh, Hugh, I thought there was another node, and I was about to be very disappointed. So, what do you all, like, if you made it this far and you want to comment, what do you think of Mother Talika's design? I like the nectar. I'm pretty sure the nectar in her hand looks a little bit different from the nectar that we know and love. If you love it, you know, I don't know, I'm not here to judge you. Because the bottom piece of that nectar she's holding, it's kind of like thinner than the line that it normally is. Also kind of funny to think about, which I'm looking at right here, is the fact that the nectar is connected to her thumb. Like, it's not floating above her thumb, it's straight up connected to her thumb. You know? So I hope I made you notice that, and you can never unsee it. Or at least until, like, there might be an animation in the game, like her finisher or something, where she throws it up into the air. But that's not happening right now. Boom, skip. Ooh, I hate taking silver relic chests, but for now I'm just gonna do it. There's Magmore, this is 2 waves. Fighting all these fire monsters, I would guess, would be really hard for a team. If I didn't have, like, 130 Antlyrion and, like, 140 Syntheris. So there's Obsidiantes. You know, at first I liked them. Obsidiantes, like, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, cool. This stun monster can give you vulnerable. This will be a great denier and attacker. And then I was like, bro, why is he so bland? He couldn't even have like 2 dots at least? Nah. Oh, hold up. I kind of like that resting animation for roots. They didn't have that before. So like whenever you wait, you'll see an animation for like certain effects. Like everyone knows the animation for poison is that skull, and for curse it's also that skull. But that's a really sick roots animation. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright. I hope now you appreciate that, because it looks really dope. Usually animations don't look that good. Alright, he no longer has roots. Massianal tree? I don't know, I'll just sound it out when I see it next. Double slice. You take some damage. Oh wow, you dead. Boom, unholy smite. Wormhole's trap kicks in, you know, just kicks your butt. Boom, roots to all, kill, and that's it for this battle. I was about to say gems. I started to say gold on accident, but I meant to say gems. Boom, so almost over. And the lore for this saga was pretty cool. Like, it was like, basically. Actually, I don't want to ruin it for you. Instead, you should go back and watch my first video, the easy one. It's a lot quicker. Actually, no, I think this is quicker. I can't see this one being any. I can't see like me doing this quicker than this, because 15 minutes is really short for a medium air saga. But if you want the lore, because I dubbed it over already, so I don't want to go back over it, watch the first video. It's easy. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, maybe you'll like my content more. Give me a subscription, a comment, But yeah, I've seen a video titled like Talika is one of the best support monsters in the game right now. And while I agree she's pretty great, I don't know if I agree with that assessment. Like, one of the best. We've already had like the ultra OP monster in almost every category of the book now. And I mean that like figuratively, But still, like, we've had so many OP monsters already. I feel like saying she measures up would be unfair. Because if she had dodge area, then heck yeah, But without dodge area, it kind of leaves you out of place in the meta. So spin the wheel. I better hurry up because I can hear the water tapping on the roof. And if any of you guys have ever watched my channel before and you saw the Forge Labs monster review, you'll know that this rain, it comes in quick and then it just steals my video from me because it gets loud. Dang, and today and yesterday, it's like the sunniest day out, or at least the sun is still out, and it starts raining, And usually the sun goes back down, or like the sun hides behind a cloud when it starts to rain, but like, I mean, it's fully out. Like, it looks like it could be a sunny day. So Kevlar's best, wormhole. But it's kind of funny and ironic, and also like has nothing to do with the name as well. The name wormhole, like, yeah, you're a worm in a hole, but then again, if you name a monster wormhole, people are gonna think about like the space wormhole, not you. So something in Spanish, I did not catch that. Nectar of strength, sugar overcharge. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go inside to finish off this video because it's already like starting to pitter patter loud. So, ooh, Werewolf. You don't see him you only see him every once in a blue moon. Manual, auto. Right, so. Oh, Zorky comes with a status caster weakness to all enemies. That's kind of cool. I know he gave triple damage and burn, which is great back then. But now that we have like triple damage plus double damage plus healing monsters, he's real outdated. Like, no point in giving triple damage and a negative effect. Why not just have a positive effect with another positive effect? Like, I get that for balancing purposes, some monsters have like, gives itself triple damage, but then it trait disables and stuff like that. But whenever a monster does that, I kind of lose interest. Like, very few monsters does it work on. It's kind of an advantage for someone like a Fung Heratops, which, pretty fun name to say. But like, at least he can give himself taunt and then damage mirror and vulnerable. So the vulnerable is actually working with him. I was about to say, please don't scrap my footage, not here. So Wild Fig to all, boom kills because they were all magic. Double damage. I'm not sure if we have our stamina regeneration right now. Energy Volt Spa. Energy Volt Spa, that just sounds so funny. Reminds me of a part in the book I used to read, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. There's a part where he just put paw after everything, and he acted like it was a secret code, and he was like, your paw, dad, paw smells like paw, a paw, woman paw. It was just the funniest thing to me when I was a kid. So boom, looks like we are almost done. It it always lets you know the node is going to be easy, and it always is such a relief to get to the final node and then find out it's a bunch of legendary monsters. And look at this, it's a bunch of like cosmic monsters and one, I don't know if that's an epic or a legendary, I'll be honest. Frankenstein girl, I've seen people use her before. Oh, Francine Frankenstein. Okay, so I've seen people use her before. Like, I remember Armor used her with like Sandworm. No, not Sandworm. Xmas. When there was still the bug that you could like instant kill a bounty hunt fugitive. No, bounty hunt. Bounty hunt fugitive. I thought I had said fugitive hater. So, you know. But I don't know what she does. I'm assuming she deactivates cooldowns because that's the only reason you'd like put her on the team. But yeah. Also, someone tell me, because I think this happened, but I can't confirm. I'm fairly certain that I was about to say something, but then I forgot. I was gonna say something that got nerfed, but can't remember. Oh yeah, the bounty hunt fugitive's damage got nerfed. Because it used to be like, he'd kill one person off your team every round, you know? And now it's like, oh yeah, don't worry about him, just run like all team strength and like, you know, no health runes. So, yeah. Boom. That was Mother Talika's medium era saga. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did creating it, leave a like. It makes my day and boosts my ego. Leave a comment and I will respond. I always love reading over my comments, and honestly, I'd rather you leave a comment than a like, because it, you know, shows some effort and it really makes my day. And subscribe to join the Crab Army and to get notifications. We are almost on our way to 50 subscribers, and once we reach there, we can overthrow a small country, and it's a big milestone for my channel, so I'd appreciate it if you'd help me there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.